Now news from Bengal. In a shocking case of medical negligence in Bengal's Malda district, 2 doctors sterilized 103 women in a day. Every rule was broken to carry out the surgery. Some of the operations were done in open fields. And after the operation, as you can see there, when the women were still under anesthesia, they were left out in the open to recover. Now, the incident took place at Manikchak Block Hospital, which has a total of 60 beds, 30 for men, 30 for women. The medical community in the state is amazed at how only 2 doctors could have carried out over 100 operations in just a day, when the rule is they can't do more than 25 sterilizations in a day. Well, let's go across to Monideepa and now for more. Monideepa, it seems that the local people there claim that this is very routine during sterilization camps, though they say that usually some sort of tent is at least provided for women.
That's exactly it, that apparently at these sterilization camps, there is at least a shamiana erected so that the women can lie under the shamiana during the recovery from anesthesia and surgery. But even that was not provided, Gargi, at this Manikchak Block Hospital where these sterilizations took place on Tuesday. But let me go across to a health activist, Ratnaboli Roy, who is clearly outraged at what has happened in Malda. What do you have to say, Ratnaboli? 103 women, 2 doctors operating. What do you feel?
I would particularly like to raise a couple of issues. One is the quality services, which is how the whole process has been done. Second, it's also about anesthesia, and secondly about the legal issues that are inherent in this situation. Because we all know that there is a severe morbidity in case of sterilization, and whether this has been taken care of or not. And I'm sure everybody is aware of the Supreme Court guideline, which came out in March 2005, which laid down very clear-cut rules, and it makes state accountable. For example, the doctors who have performed the operation should have at least 5 years of training in gynecology, whether it was fulfilled or not. And thirdly, because sterilization is a subset of reproductive health, it should be guided by the human rights principles.
We will certainly be raising those questions on this issue. With me, another activist, Archita, who has been doing a lot of work with women. What do you feel? 103 women operated upon, many of them lying under the sky in the open in a field outside the hospital.
Well, aftercare after sterilization is very important. And the issue here is whether the women are seen as people with bodies over which they have rights, or whether they're just seen as impersonal targets. So it was very important to ensure that there was proper care before the operation and after the operation.
And that clearly didn't happen.
Looks like it didn't happen.
Absolutely. If the pictures are any proof of what went on, Gargi, you can see women being brought out clearly unconscious or semi-unconscious on stretchers, and they are being brought and just dumped on the ground outside the hospital, and their relatives are massaging their feet, and that's about all the aftercare they seem to be getting after the sterilization operation. An inquiry has been ordered, and at least 1 health officer has been suspended, Gargi, but we are waiting to see what further action is taken.